Speaking at the White House on Friday, resident of the White House Barack Obama strongly implied that George Zimmerman profiled Trayvon Martin due to Martin's race, despite the utter lack of evidence that Zimmerman did so. In fact, an FBI investigation into Zimmerman turned up no evidence of racial bias, and the Department of Justice has been utterly unsuccessful in providing evidence of any racially based federal crime committed by Zimmerman. Full audio of the 911 call showed that Zimmerman did not state or know at first what color the person was under the hoodie. The 911 dispatcher asked Zimmerman if the person was white, Hispanic, or black. Not until then did Zimmerman see and tell the dispatcher that he thought the person was black. Obama said that there are, quote, few African American men in this country who haven't had the experience of being followed, again implying that Zimmerman racially profiled. Obama again said, quote, I think, to a sense that if a white male teen was involved in the same kind of scenario that, from top to bottom, both the outcome and the aftermath might have been different. There seems to be much self-loathing in Obama. It seems that Obama's statement about a post-racial America was just another one of his lies. Obama is the most racially divisive person to ever occupy the White House. Does he forget that he is half white? We know he wants to forget that. Even after throwing his white grandmother down the stairs, it still won't remove the white part of this self-racist. When he said if he had a son it would look like Trayvon. No, he wouldn't. He would look more like Zimmerman, who is half white as well. The usual liberal race pimps have been saying for at least a year that if Trayvon Martin had been white and Zimmerman had been black, then Zimmerman would have been convicted instantly. Well, as usual, the liberals just can never get their facts straight. Meet Roderick Scott, the black George Zimmerman. Roderick Scott is a black man from the small town of Greece, New York, which is outside of Rochester. In the early morning hours of April 4, 2009, Mr. Scott thought he saw three teenagers breaking into his neighbor's cars. Scott grabbed a handgun, for which he had a legal permit, and then went to the end of his driveway and ordered the teenagers to remain where they were and to wait for the police. At this point, the 17-year-old, innocent child, Christopher Trevini, allegedly advanced towards Scott and displayed anger. There is some dispute as to what was said. Scott says Trevini verbally threatened him. Trevini's friends say that he said, "Please don't shoot me, I'm just a kid." At no time did Trevini and Scott come close enough to engage in physical contact. Unlike Trayvon Martin, Trevini did not sucker punch Scott. He did not break Scott's nose. Trevini did not get on top of Scott and pound his head into cement. Scott shot at Trevini with 2 bullets, finding their mark. 17-year-old Chris Trevini died and Roderick Scott was charged with manslaughter. 7 months later, a jury found Roderick Scott not guilty. A black man. The race pimps like Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Eric Holder, and Barack Obama have nothing to say about this case. When a white teenager is killed, Eric Holder doesn't threaten civil rights violations and investigations. Do the race pimps, like Obama himself, understand that a black criminal, an admitted drug user and real estate criminal, a black college flunky, can actually be elected as president in the United States? Isn't that right, Barack? Do these same race pimps understand that a black criminal who orchestrated an armed takeover of a university building could actually become the first black Attorney General of the United States? Isn't that right, Eric Holder? Enough of the "if he was white" because he is black bullcrap. You are just using racial emotions to charge up that ignorant population that you claim to look out for, which we also know is a lie. Any person with a brain can see that the race pimps are working up racial division so that they can use. That's right. So they can use the blacks to vote in the 2014 elections to win back the black vote that they lost. Watch and see. In 2014 you will see. Vote for Trayvon.